Good morning. Welcome to Provoking Safety, the channel where we think, talk, and do safety with the intention of provoking safety at home and in the workplace. This is the morning coffee, my opportunity to touch base with you first thing in the morning. Hopefully, I'll provoke safety with you in such a way that it'll stick with you throughout the day. Today is September 15th. The Ides of September. Yeah, I can see why Shakespeare went with March. However, today's also International Democracy Day. All joking aside, we're fortunate here in Canada, we're blessed. I know people quite well from countries where they don't have the freedoms that we do and the opportunity to pick our leaders. And no, we're not going to get into discussions about who's a better leader and everything else like that. What we are going to talk about today, I promised you yesterday that we were going to look at a company that got fined. Well, I actually stumbled upon a different article, and so it doesn't really matter. There's no shortage, it seems, of companies that are going to get fined these days. This one, though, is, how should I put it, a little bit more disconcerting in a fact that, first off, let me tell you, nobody got hurt. At least that's the news article doesn't say that. And I'll share the article below in the description. What's occurred, though, is a company got fined last month in August for safety violations. And hey, I know this isn't a thing to be happy about, but it's not something that's COVID-19 related. This is for fall protection infractions. And a couple of things. First off, the fine was only $2,500. I personally think they should be a lot higher, especially for something like fall protection, especially where it exposed the workers to fall risks of up to 42 feet. Back when I used to teach occupational first aid and emergency first aid and stuff like that, a fall of over 20 feet was considered absolutely extremely serious and an absolute medical emergency. This is twice that and then some. They were working on elevated scaffolds without guardrails or handrails or elevated platforms without guardrails. Both high-risk violations is what WorkSafe BC has said. Couple of reasons, though. Let's look at the whole picture. These were erected for so that they could work on stucco against the side of a building. So that means their backs were to the hazard with the absence of guardrails. And you know, all sorts of things happen where you all of a sudden jerk and take a step back. That step might have been the last one that they've ever taken. I know I sound like I'm getting a little over dramatic or melodramatic here, but realistically, that's a long way to fall. And you know, I dealt with a company owner once, and I plain out asked them, I said, would you allow your son to work in these conditions? He said, no, it's far too dangerous.
Isn't that hypocritical?
And I bet you, if you ask these company owners who put workers up in this, if they would allow their children to work in these situations, I can almost guarantee the answer would be no.
You got that right.
So what is it? Why are people doing it? Beyond me. As I said, I'll leave the link to the article below. You can have a look. This is just a stock photo, so don't think it was at the workplace or anything. But 2 points come out of here. Number one is every worker has the right to refuse what they consider as unsafe work. The employer is required to prove it's safe. And you know, most of the time workers aren't going to be just flippant and just make an accusation it's unsafe. What else can I say? The second thing is, it's not something to gloss over. I'll leave another article with the link down below as well. But over 40,000 workers get injured annually from falls in Canada. It still occupies 25% of the statistics of injuries for workers in Canada. So there's no excuse. My concern is young workers and workers that are afraid to speak up for whatever reason. They want a job or they're afraid to speak up because of fear of being terminated or something like that. But speak up. You have the right to speak up. You have the right to say it's not safe. I'm not going up there. There's also legislation in place for whistleblowing, etc. So don't let employers get away with this. That fine was way too small. It should have been bigger. I would say 10 times bigger. If you like the content, do me a favor, click the like button below. If you didn't like it, do me a favor, go ahead. you just clobber that unlike button and tell me why though, okay? If you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so yet, you like the content, because believe it or not, I looked at the statistics and a lot of people view these things, but they're not all subscribers. Click the subscribe button, ring the bell, you'll get notified of new content. Recently, just started a couple of new features. One is called 7 Minutes of Safety, and the other one's called Improving Your Safety Culture. I'll leave links to both playlists in the video at the end. That's it for now. Look forward to bringing you more material on Wednesday. Until then, take care, and remember, think safety, talk safety, and do safety with the intention of provoking safety at home and in the workplace. Gotta finish my coffee. Bye for now.